Nah. People. Joel Benjamin 528, aka Big Money Benjamin. Well, as we know, I had a lot of stuff to do. And busy means busy. So let's go to, well, first off, salute to the international audience, salute to the domestic. You see tonight's show, Crypto Week Breakthrough. Congress passes Crypto Acts. XRP ready for all-time high. Well, I don't think we have to guess that anymore because XRP have did currently hit an all-time high, but there seems to be debates on that. And I'm like, why is this the only crypto that this one is where all the controversy is happening with? I'll show you what I mean. So once again, you know the deal. Share the screen so you see what I see. Let's do it. Here we go. We're going to share this screen. Yikes. Okay. So as you can see here, this is coin market cap. Now XRP is now in the number 3 over Tether, reclaiming the $2 billion spot. Excuse me, $200 billion spot. So they're saying that it broke the all-time high in market cap. So if it broke the all-time high in market cap, it should break the all-time high in price as well, correct? So let's take a look at XRP's all-time high. We're gonna click on all. It went as high as to see. That's why I don't like coin market cap, because I know this had went up to $3.60. So the all-time high that they have here, and why is my computer freezing? All right, here we go. All-time high, $3.36. That was since 2018. That is the controversy that's going on about the all-time high, right? They're saying that no, it was only $3 and some change. But let's try Coinbase now. And when you go to Coinbase, Coinbase is saying, well, let's just pull it up. I really don't know what's going on. But anyway, I'll tell you, because all of a sudden my stuff want to start freezing. So Coinbase is saying 380 something, 380, somewhere around those lines. And we know for a fact it's not 380 because now something else come along saying something else come along saying that, well, people are saying that they remember the all-time high for XRP being over $4. Am I the only one that remember hearing and seeing anything about XRP all-time high being over $4. Maybe it's just me. Let me exit this page. I don't know if it's when I go on with the StreamYard or anything. This really sucks and holds up and slow down the live stream. But anyway, so one of my homeboys was like, no, XRP all time high is supposed to be $4 and some change. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. That ain't it. That's not it. That's not what's going on. So currently, XRP filed for the Fed the Fed master license, and soon we will have the Bank of Ripple. Because if anybody knows and remember, XRP filed to be what? The Bank of Ripple. Now, we know something is a bit rotten in the cotton. And this live stream, I just want you to know it's a bit downright scary because we have the acts that was passed and they're trying to push for a CBDC. Yes, when I say they, Ripple XRP is part of that. Remember, they're already doing the CBDCs, central bank digital currency for other countries. And some of them, they're doing it with NDAs in place. Could America be one of them? Anyway, so moving on. One of the major important things I want to talk to y'all about, XRP is the only crypto on Coinbase currently right now where, you guessed it, you have to have a certain amount to send it out. No other crypto is doing that. None. Not one. So if no other crypto is doing that, or they're not doing that for any other crypto, why are they doing it for XRP? You need 22 coins to send it off. Any of you that still choose to have your crypto on the exchanges, I don't know what you're smoking at this point. I really don't know. Get your crypto off the exchanges. One of the things that you're gonna want to do is open up a trust line for RLUSD. I hope y'all are taking notes. I really do. You're going to open up a trust line for RLUSD because you don't know what could happen in the future. Now we know Ripple, they say they have 40 something percent of the escrow of XRP. We should know that it's more than that. Ripple owns a lot of companies. In case you do not know, Facebook is heavily invested in Ripple, the company Ripple. Google is heavily invested. I know I showed this in live streams before, but a lot of y'all have short-term memory. Some memory span of a goldfish. But that's what I'm here for, to remind you. There's a lot of companies going on record of creating XRP strategic reserves, not just Bitcoin. Now, in other news, Bitcoin was sold by, you guessed it, number one, the United States of America. Now ask yourself this question. Is the United States of America hard pressed for money that they need to be selling Bitcoin that they started a strategic reserve for? It doesn't make sense to me. So they sell the Bitcoin. What did they do with that money? Where is the money going into? All right. Let me type in US. Y'all could do this. US sells Bitcoin or US government. There we go. US Gov sells Bitcoin. Let's see what we come up with. Wow. Okay. The United States government under Trump recently had a good amount of Bitcoin and they sold that Bitcoin recently. All of a sudden, I'm not saying this is the gospel, this is what's happening, but it's very weird that they sold Bitcoin when they're pushing Bitcoin so hardcore. They're pushing Bitcoin like there's no tomorrow. So I don't get why they would sell the Bitcoin. It doesn't make sense to me. And a lot of people are holding Bitcoin. And excuse me, let me be more clear. A lot of corporations are holding Bitcoin. But you know what else they're holding? Ethereum. You know what else they're holding? XRP. Okay. So you have certain governments, agencies. The U.S. Marshal Service. Let me share my screen so you can see this. Because I don't like just talking. I like to share the screen. I like to show you. And I'm going to get this computer extra boost up too. Because I'm tired of this shit. Excuse me, language. Here we go. So you could see it, the block. The U.S. Marshal Service, the nation federal court enforcement agency, typically manage the auction any token seized by organization, including Federal Bureau of Investigation and International Revenue Service. Here we go. U.S. Marshals. This is article July 16, 2025. U.S. Marshals Service holds just 28,988 BTC. For those who are in the know, that means Bitcoin. Far less than expected. They make it sound like that's so little. FOIA request reveals. That's the FOIA. So you see it's right here. Now we want to get into more of who they sell it to. So it says here, the U.S. Marshal Services reportedly holds slightly over 28,988 Bitcoins, worth 3.4 billion as of March, according to a Freedom of Information Act FOIA request filed by independent crypto journalist Lula Lentz. Oh, cute. They spelled the O with a zero and the E with a three, with threes. Anyway, let's the founder of Rage Crypto Trade publication submit the FOIA, the Freedom of Information Act request in March and reportedly received a response on Wednesday. So, yeah, people, it's all right here. This is what's going on. So, for them to want to sell Bitcoin, I don't get it. Something is not right to me. Why are you selling the Bitcoin? All right. So you know about the strategic Bitcoin reserve and use U.S. digital stockpile that was done in March. So they're up to something. You better secure your bag. Get your crypto off the exchanges, mainly your XRP. It's going to have a time they are going to fight for the dust, the little drops of XRP. It's very, very important. You see, the House passed the stablecoin bill. They tried to rush out three bills all at once. Stuff is about to get very hectic. You will want to start stocking up on your XRP, your Bitcoin, and your Ethereum at this time. If you don't, you'll be sitting back sad and feeling bad. Okay? So y'all know about the Genius Act. Let me just show y'all some of the headlines. Again, I don't like just talking without showing. Top stories. A crypto week win. First ever, by the way. Congress passed first major crypto legislation in the US. People, I need you to understand, if you don't get your act together now when it comes to this crypto right here, you're doomed. Your father, your mother, your sister, your brother is going to have to cling on to you if they you realize you have it. If you take charge and do what you had to do. Listen to me. And there are, how do I put this without scaring y'all? Especially it's late at night. There are dark days ahead. Okay? There are very dark days coming ahead. And you will not be able to say no one warned you. You know, Bitcoin and crypto period move with the moon cycles. I don't want to go over into the spooky stuff, but have y'all been paying attention with the weather, the moon, the planetary shifts, the solar system? All that affects the price movement of money. They are secretly stocking up on all this XRP. They're not hiding it about Bitcoin, but they're stocking up. So, you think it's a coincidence XRP is going up right now? Hmm? You think it's a coincidence they look to make crypto week right around now? It's not a coincidence, people. They're really, really after what you got. Um, Yes. What's up? Kim Singletary says, I noticed that with silver. Well, silver had jumped up to what? Almost $40 or $40? Born to Learn 82 said, jump into the spooky stuff. Matt, thank you, Matt. Matt says, you are the man. Yes, East 49. Let them know, hit the like button. So, yeah. Who's up in here? J God or my late people tuning in. Gotcha. The late night people. Well, I'm not gonna be on here for long. Okay. I wanna just go over some more stuff with you. I want you to see how we have XRP strategic reserves. XRP. And this stuff is not making the news like it should. Of course it's not, right? XRP strategic reserves. Let's see the companies that come up with it. Why did Trump's strategic reserve? Yeah, when you try to find news on it, it's gonna be hard. Sidebar. Why did SecNat drop, finalize, and drop the case on XRP? What are they waiting for? It's almost like they were waiting for the last minute to flip the switch or something. The, am I the only one that noticed that? Please answer me, people. We're live. Because you have Japan using XRP as a hedge. Okay. They're using it as a hedge. You have China doing the same. You have Russia doing the same. You really expect me to believe all of this is happening, right? And America is not doing the same? Anyway. Okay, let me show you this. Yeah, y'all better wake up. Y'all better wake up. XRP News. 8 companies commit 1 billion to XRP treasuries for liquidity and payments. Remember, XRP is supposed to be the ultimate money printer, bringing liquidity. They're looking to crash this system. I mean Trump and all of them. It is what it is. They are not able to pay back the debt. A lot of these other people know this. So what are they doing? They're stocking up on the 3 major ones: Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP. And there's a sweet spot with XRP. 8 companies across various sectors have collectively announced plan to launch dedicated XRP treasury programs, committing nearly 1 billion to acquire and utilize XRP. Now, for XRP's reserve, let me see if y'all remember all my XRP heads out there, the ones who, my true rights, who buy XRP. How much XRP does they release from escrow every month? 1, right? Am I correct? 1 billion? Maybe I'm bugging. I don't remember, but correct me if I'm wrong. And if I'm not mistaken, didn't they stop that or had to stop that because of the judge? So XRP let have to let other companies, institutions, banks know you have to go by its spot, not OTC. Any other groups that or any major institution, I don't care whether it be bank, corporate offices, clothing lines, hotel lines, I don't care what it is. The big money, okay? They have to buy its spot. They all would have to need and use XRP. Remember, XRP is tokenizing real estate for Dubai, while America here playing games. Let me see. XRP tokenizing real estate in Dubai. They got cleared to do it. Oh, again, I like to show and prove, as you can see. Make it bigger for you. There we go. XRP Ledger two-star in Ripple. Critical alt deal to tokenize Dubai real estate. Is Dubai not considered one of the richest, biggest country on this planet? Ain't in Dubai, it's nothing but high class, ultra wealthy people. Don't all the elites come from all over the world to purchase property in Dubai? Well, guess what? They now have to go through Ripple XRP. And it will be even easier, especially once Ripple become the Bank of Ripple. So some of the things you need to learn, let me sidetrack. When they become the Bank of Ripple, or when Ripple really XRP, really take off, it's not, you think it'll be easy for you to cash out your XRP? Let me ask some of y'all a question right now. If XRP tonight, right now, while I'm doing this live stream, jump up to 600K, or let's say 1 million right now, how would you go about it? Right now, you got to catch it right now. You're not able to take out a loan at this time. You know the exchanges is going to lock up on you, not going to let you to take it out. So I'm asking you, do anybody knows? Because a lot of y'all have XRP, but y'all don't know. And then after, if you do know the first step, do you know the next step on what to do after you do it? I really want to see people in the chat. I guess y'all don't know. Well, let me tell you. You would have to find a way to put it into a stable coin. Keep in mind, we have the stable coin bill. Once the Senate is done with it, because I believe it's just finished in the House, and it will come to pass, then it'll go on Trump's desk to sign. Yes, trade into RLUSD, correct. Taman, you're right. But what if you cannot trade it into RLUSD? Now what? I know, scary thought, right? Wait, why wouldn't I? Because the decentralized DEX that's halfway still centralized can stop you as well. Because now you're trying to take our tokens. Yeah, I don't get it. So you know, and you see it in real time. I'm going to go to ChatGPT. and we're going to exit. What does it? Ugh, no. Oh, boy. Hold on, people. What does it mean for XRP to have a Fed master approval? Now watch this. Do, 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 do. Now I know, but I'm just doing it for you. You need the visual. Because some of y'all moving too lazy to do this. Let's ask Google AI. For Ripple and XRP, a Fed master approval refers to the approval of a Federal Reserve master account for Ripple's subsidiary Standard Custody, according to Cointelegraph. This would allow Ripple to directly hold reserves for its stablecoin RLUSD with the Federal Reserve rather than rely on commercial banks. It signifies a potential shift towards greater integration with traditional financial system and could enhance the security and efficiency of RLUSD. A master account with the Federal Reserve is essentially a bank account with the central bank. Ain't Ripple working with all of the central banks on this planet? It provides direct access to the Federal Reserve payment system. Pay attention. That's how they gonna get you. And allow institutions to hold reserves directly with the Fed. Oh, you don't see it? Anybody don't understand anything that I'm reading and what I'm breaking down now? Do you see how this can be problematic? And they're already looking to become a bank, the Bank of Ripple. Now, I'm going to say something where some people are going to say, Joel Benjamin 528, you crazy. But everything I've been telling you about Ripple XRP so far, I've been right. Listen to me. When Ripple XRP, the Bank of Ripple, emerges, they will be the global, listen to me again, they will be the global bank, the number one global bank of the entire world. Because what does the main thing Ripple do with XRP to solve? What is the major problem? Liquidity. Liquidity. America, the US government is just ran and sold some of its Bitcoin. That means they're hard up for money. I don't care how much Trump plays it off. I don't care how much the whole administration plays it off. It's about the money. And it's also about the money that they don't have. But with the system that they created with the XRP ledger, right? We do know for a fact Swift is implementing XRP in its code. I showed y'all that on one of the other live streams. This is not a secret. The only ones that don't know is you. They're playing with you. They're continually playing in your face, and you allow them to. Once again, let's check it out over here. Where were we? Back to here. Okay. So if they're dealing with Dubai and tokenizing real estate, you really believe America's not going to get in on that action? Are you stupid or are you stupid? Okay. It doesn't make sense, people. They're doing a lot behind the scenes. XRP news today. XRP powers 325 million Dubai real estate deal. Mind you, that's just the beginning. Come on, people. Come on. Y'all got to do better than this at some point. You got to see the writing on the wall. But let's go back to, was it this one? Yes, the different companies that's dealing with, I don't know why I don't have my cursor properly where I could scroll up and down, but that's okay. Hyperscale Data Inc. Y'all get the idea. There we go. Leading the movement is, who's that? Trident Digital. Tech Holdings, which has announced plans to raise up to 500 million to establish one of the world's first large-scale corporate XRP treasuries. And of course, Weebus and all others, you could look into them yourself. All right, when you get a chance, you could go over this article. But it's all right here. So, you wonder why the price of XRP is going up. You're wondering why they break all-time highs. Let's see. Any other company. And they're just keeping this all low-key. Look, since June, well, Logistics Health, Vivo Power International, and Weebus. I spoke about those three in June. Now you have way more. But this is what I wanted to show you here. XRP glitch. Notice XRP always glitching, right? Practically the only one, correct? But here we go. July 2025, a price glitch on a live market tracker briefly showed XRP at 691,667. Well over a million. A coin per coin. Per coin. Remember when it had hit $50 a coin? This is how I know they're messing with the ledger. And they're trying their best to keep it. I don't want to sound like a conspiracy nut job, but I'm telling you, this is what's going on. This is the real deal. Remember when, let me just pull it up for you. Gemini Exchange. Let's see what we come up with. real quick. Gemini Exchange. XRP. $50. Do anybody remember this? And they were able to cash out a lot of people on Gemini in 2023. Yes, that was right. I think right after they had found out the XRP is not a security or whatever the case is. XRP temporarily surged to $50 on crypto exchange Gemini, which rocketed the token market capitalization to trillions of dollars, if only for a few minutes. It had people that had stop orders. When this stuff glitched like this, automatically took. And on your good old Gemini exchange, they were able to cash out. If it was just a glitch, if it was nothing, they wouldn't have been able to cash out. Look, you see XRP briefly hits 50 on Gemini as users suspect relisting price. What they did, they paused it and they relisted the price. They had control. Listen to me. Listen to me. The cryptocurrency exchange had control to stop the transactions, rerouted what the price was so called supposed to be, which they deemed fit. Get your XRP off the exchanges. At this point, I gotta ask you: are you stupid or are you stupid? Like I said, some of y'all got short-term memories. I ain't got, and I know I try to be nice to y'all. I really do. But when I've been telling y'all this shit from since 2020, and y'all haven't listened, okay? Look, January 25th. All right, XRP surge 3,334% in last price glitch. Why is it only XRP the one that's always glitching? Why? And it's a very secured ledger, right? So what's going on? Why is the price constantly glitching? Okay, and y'all see the date of this article. This was January 16th, 2025. So you can't call me a liar. Okay? Recent screenshots shared by your friend Blondie, a prominent XRP influencer on X, shows XRP prices at $95.57 and $81.89, representing dramatic surge from its current value. Oh, please tell me we are still able to see those tweets on X. I guess not. Because they should have just have a link for us. But that's neither here nor there. All right. Oh, and by the way, this is from BitGet. BitGet news. All right. We could keep going on. We could go through here for a few days. Well, now, mind you, this happened in July. Okay. Nobody caught that. Here's another time it glitched and it went up to $21,355 a coin. People have been on here too long. Joel Benjamin 528, aka Big Money Benjamin. Salute to the international audience. Salute to the domestic. Our next thing, crypto pro life. Anyone who's watching right now and you haven't gotten the Crypto Pro Life, shame on you. I make it where they will hook you up. All you have to do is tell them Joel Benjamin 528 referred you. There are certain coins, and I don't care how much you search, you're not going. It's not going to pull up easy for you at all. I could show you. There are certain coins when you have it and you have your stuff set up right, they're giving you XRP. Okay? And other coins as long as you have the stuff set up right. This is by far one of the best crypto pro lives ever. Brother Joel, is Tangent safe? You are the third person, no, fifth person to ask me that this week. Everybody's seeing tangent, especially on TikTok. Me personally, I don't mess with it. I already told y'all what to get. A matter of fact, I'm going to show you before I get out of here. Let me go to YouTube. It's because it's on my YouTube channel. I believe it's called Crypto 101, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Yep, Crypto Tool Guide 101. Let me share my screen so you see what I see. See, it's right here. Let's get a click. Okay. And here in the Crypto Tool Guide 101, right here, it's pinned. And I'm telling you, one of them is Keystone, where you could get a discount. Okay. You also have Descent Wallet, and you have the Ledger. Okay. Come on, people. We gotta do better. We gotta do better. We gotta do better. Let me see. Let me see some of the crazy price glitches. This article was April 15, 2025. So call it a wrap, not to overkill it. I'm telling you right now, the US government, we know they're dealing deeply in Bitcoin, yes, but they're also dealing very deeply in XRP and Ethereum. Once again, I'm going to tell you, like I told you before, don't be surprised if you hear XRP and Ethereum join forces. Ripple and the Ethereum Foundation. You think it can happen? Because you feel like they had beef? Do you forgot that meeting? Remember, we had a whole crypto meeting this year with Donald Trump. Brad Garlinghouse was there, and Vitalik Buterin was there, and other people, right? Other crypto heads was there. How is it we didn't get a peep? The media ain't asked what was talked about in the meeting. Instead, even while they did the little press conference before they went in the meeting, they wanted to show off the FIFA's trophy. I don't care about that shit. Okay? It's already set up. And for y'all that don't have y'all stuff lined up, I guess I could say I feel sorry for you. And of course, I always stay longer than I should on these live streams. And I got way want to give you, but it seems like y'all tired right now. So time for y'all to go to bed. Salute to the international audience. Salute to the domestic. Joel Benjamin 528, aka Big Money Benjamin. Peace.